and we're live on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Yeah.
You can push the button.
Okay, there we go. There's our coffee. So we are doing something a little different today. We have a live studio audience. Woo! Stephanie is here. I'm Paul, and my wife Stephanie, who usually runs the Instagram comments. Well, she doesn't run the comments. She reads them.
She's on sabbatical.
She's on sabbatical, and she's relaxing in a makeshift couch right behind me with her sister. And
Rebecca.
Her sister Rebecca. Rebecca.
I know Rebecca sounds funny, doesn't it?
Becca.
Helicopter.
And my brother-in-law / friend, Ben, is handling comments. So everyone say hi to Ben.
And hot coffee.
And hot coffee. Would you like to pour me some of that?
Indeed.
Good stuff. All right. How many coffee drinkers are out there?
At this hour?
At this hour?
Probably very few.
Oh, and we have to say an obligatory hello to Brazil.
Brasilia. Obrigado.
Clarence on YouTube says howdy. Howdy.
Howdy.
Greetings.
Here's
So,
your
gonna
Joe.
work on the... Oh, thank you.
Joe.
Thank you. Gonna work on the Baptist Catechism tonight, also known as Keach's Catechism. Ooh, hot.
Oh, it did
Yeah.
just come off.
It's hot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
So working on, I have some of these that were already flatted. I'm gonna, Todd Ryan Taylor on Facebook says, working night shift.
Been there,
That's
Todd.
right. Let's see here. So I'm just gonna color these. Stephanie actually laid in the flats for these, so I'm gonna change her colors.
What are the flats? Can you explain what that is?
Flats are just the solid color with no
gotcha.
shadow or highlight.
Okay.
Just like the solid color that an object is naturally without any lighting. And these are there so that it is easy for me to just select a single color here and then color on only what is selected. So like I can color on that without going outside the lines because I have it selected.
Cool.
But I don't want that color. So that is what the flats are. It's just a quick way to get things colored. Because then you don't have to be so careful going around the edges. Multiply layer 40%.
Just kidding.
Our audience is falling asleep.
She needs coffee. Careful, it's hot. This is some fancy tech, Samo_BUQ says. Samo?
Some fancy tech. Yeah. Yes, it is. I don't know what to say to that.
Well, before you had this, what did you have?
Well, let's see. Before I had this, I had a smaller one. It's like the same thing like this, but it was smaller. 13-inch. This is 24-inch. And before I had that, I had one that didn't even have a screen on it that I just set flat on my desk. But I had to draw on it with my hand down on the tablet while looking up at the computer screen. So I had to have some
This
coordination.
is more ergonomic for you.
Yeah.
So you got the flats done on this one, so now you go into the details.
Now I'm going to lay in the shadows and highlights.
Okay.
Stephanie, are you okay back there?
Yeah. We're trying to get Becca situated. Making sure she's comfortable. Well, on this thing, you can start to feel the floor
Oh,
when
really?
you're sitting. Well,
Do you need to
maybe
rearrange?
I'm just really heavy. I don't know, but my bottom's touching the floor. No, I don't need to. Not yet. Something on my sitting or something.
Yeah, so we'll be giant. What is it? Chair, beanbag chair that turns into a bed.
But it's filled with like something, not like like squares of foam, right?
Yeah.
Have it folded up behind us like a couch. They're sitting.
They're pretty durable too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're made for like, yeah.
Yeah, our kids will start in one room and then run where they can towards it and jump on it.
That's literally what's in the commercial for these two.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
I didn't
it's
see the
kids that are
commercials.
playing it like it's a playground, and it's. I think kind of their selling point is that kid proof.
Nice.
Yeah.
They are pretty much kid proof.
Yeah.
So didn't ours start to fray, or didn't something start to come off of ours?
It's not paw proof, man.
I don't think so.
It's not.
Oh no, there was just a little strand that wasn't cut off after they had sewn it.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. I don't want.
I know you're doing Keach's Catechism here, but can you update us on? You may have already done this with Stephanie, but your Pilgrim's Progress translations. Any other translations that are in the works, or anything that's just been completed?
So far, it's just the French version is actually coming out soon. I don't know if it's out already. Stephanie, did you say you saw
I
it
didn't
or
find
something?
it on the website where they published it, I don't think, but I looked for it actually today to see if it was out yet. And I found it on a website, the French version on a website, but it was all in French, so I couldn't tell if it was like pre-order or if it was actually
So
out.
it's not through.
Oh,
No,
no,
it's kind of contracted out, or I guess I don't know how you'd say it, but it's through.
it's through a large
publisher.
French
Yeah.
publisher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they publish like.
So they've given you a link that you can kind of access for pre-order, or
No,
I don't. Well, yeah, no.
I haven't
well,
heard
they gave us a
anything
link.
about it yet.
Hmm.
I didn't ask yet.
I think I deleted the email. I can't find the email anymore
Oh, stuff.
because that's what I was looking for.
So it's in English.
What am I paying
It's
you for?
in French, and it's in Portuguese.
It'll be in Portuguese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, eventually. We still have not necessarily started on that one yet.
Did
Is
you
there-
ask it? Did you email them?
No, I have so many things to
I know.
email. Let's keep that. Do this. Whoa.
And I know you're completing this catechism. Do you have plans on translating this ever?
No.
No?
We didn't have plans on translating Pilgrim's Progress either.
It just it came.
It just came up.
Well, right.
So the French one, I don't remember how the French one came about. Maybe they just asked or something. But
Was
then,
That French guy that you met at G3 that you were talking to.
oh yeah, Daniel. He's part of the company that's translating it into French.
Well, in Canada
they-
is the publisher, so I'm sure they have a lot of connections there.
Someone that bought the book or something, they had it given. What did Caroline? She had it given to her or something?
It was her sister that had the PDF when we were giving the PDF out.
Oh, that's right. And she read it and loved it so much she just translated the whole thing into Portuguese.
And it all rhymed, and
That's
Right,
cool.
she
It's a
translated
beautiful
it so
cadence.
that it rhymed too.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
she did a really good job.
All right, we got a question from
Paolo?
Paola
Ruiz?
Ruiz on Facebook. How did you find motivation to do this? I personally wanted to start doing Christian comics, but don't really feel motivated by love. How did I feel motivated to do this? Steph, do you know how I felt motivated to do
Yeah.
this?
Your theology kind of started changing, and you started learning more things, and you just wanted to share what you learned. Because I had asked at one point, like,
Can you all hear Stephanie?
I can yell.
I guess there's like a 30-second delay on Facebook. But yeah, she mentioned learning more.
Of like Spurgeon and Owen and whatever you were reading, A.W. Pink or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just a lot of stuff that you started reading that you're like, why did we never hear of this before?
Yeah,
we
there was
thought it was important to share.
Yeah, I was just learning more about theology and the Bible, and I wanted a way to kind of integrate that with my love for comics.
Well,
I was making Dad versus Nature at the time, but I was running out of ideas. Not necessarily running out of ideas, but
the kids grew up.
The kids are growing up, so not a lot there to work with. But that wasn't the reason I started doing RefToons, but it was more just learning more, getting deeper and deeper into theology and the different doctrines that the Bible teaches and stuff. And I wanted to not just keep that information to myself. I wanted to be able to share it somehow.
Also, I think it, like way in the beginning when you just had like the name and you had your idea for RefToons, I think you had said one time, was to be more goofy and funny with just characters of like Martin Luther or you know, just the older people. But like just the very first comic that you did was the one where Luther was trick-or-treating except nailing his theses on the door.
With a bunch of trick-or-treaters behind him.
Yeah. And then some of the funnier ones, people just didn't really get it. But I like the more serious ones, people picked up more on, I would say. Yeah.
It kind of turned into... I kind of went that way. Anyways, after the first and second comics that I did for RefToons were more silly. I found a silly quote that Spurgeon had said about pancakes and did that men's pancake breakfast. And then the third one was John Owen digging graves for his sins with the phrase, be killing sin or sin will be killing you. And that kind of turned the tide on the kind of the feel for the comics, and they turned more into like more inspirational, like dig into all these old dead guys' works kind of thing. And also, I reading all these old dead guys, all the Puritans and guys like that. They have some really good writings that are extremely relevant for today, like John Owen's Mortification of Sin. I mean, that is like probably the most helpful book on sin that I've ever read.
Spurgeon's All of Grace, we started reading good chunks of that.
Yep. Hopefully that answers your question. And thank you for the question.
I was going to ask, I'm not sure how to ask it, but do you find drawing these understandings that you have when you read theology or even scripture, does the drawing process kind of help you understand what you're thinking a little bit more clearly? Is that just drawing this out, or do you feel like you've already had it kind of processed and you're just expressing what you feel or think as you learn?
Well, yeah.
How do you get impacted by that?
I think it helps me think through each topic a little better, because you're thinking about all the different aspects. You're thinking about whatever the topic is or whatever it is, you're thinking through the quote in order to figure out how to picture it.
Mm-hmm. And this is kind of how you're picturing it in maybe an action when you see what is going on with you right here in this one.
So this one is...
what made you think of this specifically?
Well, one, That reminds me of the Monopoly game.
Yes.
And they're dealing with like money and contracts and stuff. So the question is, question number 79, what is required in the 8th commandment? The 8th commandment requires the lawful procuring and furthering the wealth and outward estate of ourselves and others. Okay, so what is the 8th commandment? Thou shalt not steal. So the Catechism gives the commandment, and then it gives a positive of the commandment and a negative. So what is required in the 8th commandment and what is forbidden in the 8th commandment. So the forbidden part, the required part is talking about you gain your wealth lawfully. Okay? Don't steal. Question 80, what is forbidden in the 8th commandment? Don't steal. Don't earn your wealth or don't gain your wealth unlawfully, basically unjustly, by causing others harm. So, like when I'm thinking about this first one, a lawful procuring and furthering of your wealth is you're entering into a contract with someone.
An agreement.
Agreement. So I have these guys shaking hands.
Mutual.
Holding a contract. I mean, that's, as a freelancer, it's something I've dealt with a lot.
Yeah. So, do you think the Monopoly guy got $200 for that?
Did he pass go?
Yeah.
Does have a go sign in the background?
Yeah.
Was there?
I got that, yeah.
Hey, guess what my next birthday is?
Yeah, I thought about that. I was like, man, we need to have a big 37 birthday bash or something.
I know. I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Yes. Yes. You've already had your golden birthday.
Well, this is my platinum birthday.
I think
the year of zesty.
Year of
zesty. Yes.
Remember those crackers?
Mm-mm.
There's like these square crackers you get at like restaurants for soup.
Oh, sure.
The brand is Zesta.
Zesta crackers.
Zesta.
Is that you want those on your cake?
Yeah.
Oh, 37 of them.
Yes. That's an inside joke. Everyone's wondering. 37 is very significant. For no reason at all.
That's right. And it's even weirder when it comes up in movies and stuff. Are you ever watching movies and all of a sudden they say 37?
And you look at each other and be like,
what? It's like the most random number, but it appears in so many movies.
Yes.
I was just watching something today and it said something about 37.
You know what's funny? I can't remember what it was, but I was reheating something in the microwave and I put it on for 37 seconds. It was perfect. I can't remember what it was, but I remember.
You know,
I catch myself doing that.
It's the perfect number.
It is. Yep. That was my hockey number.
It was?
When I did the Red Wings alumni game, the Red Wings, I picked number 37. Had a good game.
I remember when I came to your sister's hockey game with you, and we managed the music.
Yes.
Oh no! Oh no!
That was fun.
There was a lot of ska.
There was. People are like, "What in the world are they doing?"
Is this the Squirrel Nut Zippers?
Who let you do that?
The Insiders?
My
dad was the coach. Yeah.
So we managed all the music.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some things that we were like required to play, like "We Are the Champions" or something? Like that?
I think they requested warm ups. It was like like they had their specific warm up sweet mixtape they wanted to play to get them pumped. But yeah, we took over with ska and funk.
Supertones and 5 Iron Frenzy.
Yeah. Yep. Those were the days.
High school kids.
Yep. Now look at you. You're all grown up. 37 years old.
You too.
So, I know you've been talking about this the last few nights, but if you have new members in the audience, what's wisdom from
Oh,
James?
right. Yeah. I completely forgot that was up there.
That's why I'm here.
Oh, if you want to type
Thanks.
that in the comment too, that would be
Here.
fun.
Check what?
So wisdomfromjames.com/RefToons.
Do you have to do the http://www?
I can do
Does
that.
it come up as a link on there?
I think so.
Well, I've never done that, but that might be
Okay.
fine. So they could
Yeah.
just click right on it.
Oh, sorry. I'm taking over here.
So
No,
many
you're good.
fingers.
Hey, John Romero.
Do you know the person?
Yeah.
Cool. So HTTP, do that?
What is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking about
Wisdom
the link.
from
So,
James.
Wisdom from James. That is a conference, a 2-day conference that's going on. It's a free live stream conference that you can check out if you use the link there. Here. Type it here too.
Real quick before I post. You want to double check that? Yeah. Sure.
Use the link in the comments.
It's posted
Oops.
on Instagram too now.
Okay. Use the link in the comments. You will be able to sign up for the free live stream conference that's going on October 2nd and 3rd, I think, or 3rd and 4th. Don't quote me on that.
And so you're sponsoring this, correct?
And RefToons is sponsoring this event. We're one of the sponsors, at least. And Jeremy Vuolo is going to be kind of talking through or going through the book of James and just kind of parsing out wisdom. Parsing out, is that the right term? Parsley.
Parsley's good chicken.
So that should be a good time there. It's hosted by Grace Community Church in Dawsonville, Georgia. I don't believe it's any relation to MacArthur's church.
So it's totally free, right?
Totally free.
Okay.
Completely free.
Cool.
So,
on their website, they get all the information they need.
yep. All the info's there. It even has the schedule of what's going to be talked about. Should be a good time.
The Honest Worship Podcast.
Awesome. Oh.
Up top of your the link, I think.
What?
An error occurred.
Yeah, that happened last time. Posting twice.
Oh, gotcha.
So.
When you think color schemes, what do you have to, like when you're deciding, oh, this guy's suit should be gray, do you have to think schemes, or is it just picking?
I don't know what you mean, because I'm colorblind. Everything's gray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're doing a good job. That's red. You know the jacket's red, right?
Sure.
Fall is a sad season for fall.
Yes. That is. I was going to ask, do you want to do the color tour with me?
Sure.
Look at that. Look at that. They're all gray.
Can I bring a book to you?
Like brown. Oh. Right? I mean, Paula, when you're looking at the trees, you're like red-green colorblind, so when you're looking at the fall change of colors and all of that, you see them more as like brown, just all kind of different.
Yeah, they all just blend together.
So, and Donovan too. You can't. Well, unless
big
it's
deal.
like a really bright, like if it's not like sometimes they'll see color. They'll see like the purple in the trees usually, right?
Purple.
So it's
What?
only greens and reds.
Like the
The
purple
further
maples.
north you go, it's colder.
Are you serious?
It's colder.
Oh well, who knows?
Pinks and
Well, there was a super bright red tree today. It wasn't purple, but the colors are definitely changing in the UP. They're super bright, yeah. It's real pretty.
Cool.
Sorry, you can't say that.
Sorry.
Oh, we have some family in Tennessee. And I had asked, like, when do your seasons change? And he's like, not close yet. I mean, maybe
Not
maybe
till
close,
like
but,
November or something, he said, didn't
It
he?
seemed like it would be a while, yeah.
Further south, yeah. And they're probably really short seasons, huh?
Maybe.
I don't know.
But even he's like, they don't get much.
Well, maybe they wouldn't be because the warmer weather would be. Maybe that would prolong because our cold seems to come quickly, so it kind of stifles or maybe it speeds up the fall process. I can fall longer in winter.
Wow. If anybody's watching from the south, when do your leaves change color? Or do they change color? Do your trees even die?
Not necessarily.
Do they go to sleep?
We learned they cover the ground to prepare for the winter, right? The leaves fall to prepare the ground for the roots.
Oh,
to preserve themselves during the winter time.
Oh. So we don't have to rake our yard?
That's true.
Save trees. But then you have to make
But then your grass is going
fires
to
and
die.
stuff. Oh, right.
Yeah. It'll
Does
come
it-
back.
Now, what is the purpose of fires? I mean, fires are good. To have a controlled fire to kind of burn out the underbrush and stuff.
Probably just to get rid of them. Because otherwise you have to put them in bags and put them under.
You should know this, man.
Well, she's asking about why you burn the leaves.
Like in wild, like in
I
wild.
know everything about
your
fire.
leaves that you raked.
Sorry.
Why do you bring
No, we can't do that.
Why don't you?
Yeah, you probably get a burn permit. If anything, you can't do that.
No.
For your leaves, yeah.
You can't.
The nuisance would be
The
the smell. I like the smell.
But we're allowed to have chickens. That smells bad.
But they eggs.
Well, unless they eat them.
Well,
True. Well,
yeah, our
One
chickens
a
don't
day,
give us
maybe,
eggs.
out of 3 birds.
Uh,
Chickens keep their eggs.
controlled
themselves.
burning. Controlled burning.
Yeah,
out
like
west.
in
Of
a forest or something.
I think sometimes. Well, I know a lot of times people do controlled burns for morel mushrooms. They do that grow the following year where they were burned. So you can go on, I think it's like the DNR's website, and they'll do prescribed burns specifically for morel growing.
Oh, wow.
So sometimes they'll do that. So yeah, you can go out, because morel season's 2 to 3 weeks. It's really short. But they'll have prescribed burn sites that they actually go and intentionally do a controlled burn, and then that's where the morel mushrooms would pop up the following year.
Crazy.
Nice.
Yeah.
We should do that to our backyard.
Why is your grass all charged? We're hoping for mushrooms. Jam, I think it's Jam Starry or Jam Starry. What app are you using?
I'm using, I'm using Affinity Publisher, which is a page layout program. But it also uses Affinity Designer and Affinity Photo. So I'm actually on the Affinity Photo persona through this app in order to do the drawings.
Kristen Jake asked, are the Pilgrims Progress still available for sale?
Yes, Pilgrim's Progress. You can get that at RefToons.com. It's also available on Amazon.com and through the publisher's website. Way back there. Stephanie's digging for one.
Oh, sure. Just show.
Good night,
How can you
Lewis.
How can you tell where it's showing?
What?
Oh, I thought you were showing. Oh. I was like, he's showing. I don't see it on the screen. Okay.
So
There it
yes,
is.
yes,
Yep.
we still have the Pilgrim's Progress available, and let's see, the publisher's website is on here.
Luis Gustavo.
Yeah, the publisher's website is
Good
right
night.
there too, HessedandEmmett.com. But yes, we still have these available through the RefToons store as well. So if you want a signed copy, that's where to get them. RefToons.com. Otherwise,
Amazon.
you can get it from Amazon. Throw it in your cart. You can get free shipping if you want. I think. Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
If you have Prime.
If you have Prime.
If you want to get one on that time, that's what
Easy,
I usually
right?
do. Yeah, I don't know why. I have
Props.
And then we also have RefToons Collection 1, which is all of the RefToons collected from the very beginning through the end of 2019. And the RefToons calendar, 12 months of goodness from RefToons 2021, available at reftoons.com.
Those seem to sell out, correct? No?
Oh, yeah.
Get them now.
Get them while they last. Get them while they're hot.
Sony Prodigiandas. Sorry if I miss saying that. Hey, good morning. Have a blessed day. And wanted to know, for shading, do you use different layers of the same one?
Ah, that's a good question. So I will actually. Let's take a walk over here.
It's almost midnight over here.
Sorry. Good morning to you. It is evening here. Well, yeah, 11:27 p.m. So yes, these are all of my layers that I have here, right here. So that color layer right there is
But that's late.
the flat colors, and then so this where's my finger? Right there. This layer right there is actually the shading part. Let me.
Your finger's on your hand.
Oh, thanks. Yeah. So this guy, his shading right here, that's all done on this layer right here, and it's actually a multiply layer set to 40% opacity. So if I turn, where'd my pen go? So if I turn the opacity all the way up, oh, what happened to him? If I turn it back to normal, you'll see I'm using blue for the shadow. But I turn it to multiply, and it kind of turns everything that color touches a shade of that color that I'm using. So I turn the opacity down to 40% to make it look like that. That's how I do the shading. Hopefully that answers your question. That was fun. And
3G Dad Warrior Theology Wars t-shirt tonight for youth group. Thanks for all the great content.
oh, awesome. Nice. Yeah, the Theology Wars t-shirt is back in the RefToons store at reftoons.com. So,
I thought you were saying me. And I was like, what?
Oh, no.
That is long.
that is a long name, Warrior Theology Wars.
That'd be a good shirt for youth group, that's for sure.
That would be.
Start the conversation.
Who's
Sure,
that?
yeah.
Who's that? Who's that?
That's Scotty Bacham.
And if you're having trouble explaining who all those characters are on the shirt, I have them all in the description of the product on reftoons.com. I had a lot of people. One of our friends, we got that shirt for him, and he was asked who all the people were because he didn't know. Because he had people asking him, and he felt like he should know who they are if he's wearing them on his shirt.
Oh, I'm definitely smart.
That was one of the reasons why we had posted the What's Wrong With You people, but with no explanation. And I was like, I just don't feel right about that. Like, I feel weird that someone would have it on a t-shirt or mug. Just kind of a grumpy statement from someone who's
Well, when you say it like that, though.
Well, that's how I read it.
I'm
That's
just
how I
kidding.
would.
Yeah,
like,
what's wrong?
if
Just
I-
don't read it that way.
Well, yeah, but where would you find it? I mean, but
I'm just teasing.
now that it is on the store, we have the entire conversation from scrolling the moderator from the conversation that they were having.
We have all the context on there.
Yeah, and I don't mind, selling something that people will learn from. Oh, that's the context, so that they can then, wear their shirt and share the conversation. I mean, really.
And when I posted that on Facebook with the context, there were a few people that said, "Oh, now I finally understand."
Yeah, where it came from.
What
or
the
whatever.
context is, because they had only seen the "What's wrong with you people" little snippet without knowing the full context.
I would rather help someone learn than just post a product for the sake of a product or whatever, whether that's saying who the theology people are or the phrase.
How's the coffee?
That's great. It's not as hot anymore. Sony Prodigiandas? Sony, we'll call you Sony. Whoa! Thank you so much. I always have issues when I have tons of layers, and while trying to remove something, it becomes a headache. Thanks a lot.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I always have way too many layers. But I guess what's going on here? Awesome. So I assume you're an artist. What kind of art do you do? Or is this the same person that was asking about the
Yes.
comics? Oh, okay. So
It's morning where they're at.
and it's morning.
Yes.
Right. I'm not seeing the screen.
Almost morning.
Ben is reading all of the comments for me, so I'm not seeing or remembering which people are which.
Hey, look at how long you've been streaming. Almost. Come on. Give it 7 seconds.
37?
Ah!
37. Screenshot.
Yeah.
Missed it. Missed it.
That's 37 minutes, 37 seconds.
We have to start over.
Yep. Okay. We've completed it.
Another 37 minutes. What's 37 plus 37?
37.
That's right.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Equal smiley face.
What?
I don't know. It's almost 11:37. This just got awesome.
Which layer is which now? Okay.
You're at a cross-country meet for dance thing today, and Harper, we were standing around kind of waiting for something to happen, I don't know, and Harper was standing on some ants.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't realize that there were more than like one kind of ants that bite. So I looked down at her foot, they're just all over her foot.
No.
And then I was standing right next to her, and then I started feeling they're all over my shoe, and and it went up my pants like I'm like, get out, because it was biting and it hurt. But poor Harper, I mean, she had to have been bit like all over her brushing and yeah.
You guys both were like screaming.
Well, I didn't want it. It
That's
hurts.
crazy.
It pinched. It didn't bleed or anything. When you're not expecting it, I didn't know the little ones, like the normal little ants.
Yeah, they were little
curl
black
their bodies
ants.
and like, have you seen it ever?
Mm-hmm.
Well, stand on their homes. You'll see it
Ew.
real quick.
My kids would play in the anthills.
Oh.
Even jumped on, or like next to one, he was trying to like put it into a cup. I said, it's not going to stay in the cup. It's going to crawl out, crawl onto him and bit him.
Oh.
No, you're a bad ant. And he stomped his foot at it like, oh.
They say Ethan.
That is words
Ethan,
yeah.
Oh.
Bad ant.
Ashley says, "Wow, can't wait to see the finished product."
Me too. It's been a long time coming.
I don't like you anymore.
How long have you been working on these so far?
Oh, I don't know, off and on for about a year.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
Never.
And he was like, he was stomping his foot at him. He was
I will stress the off and on
Yeah.
part.
It
It hasn't been an
As things-
entire year working on this, but just off and on.
Okay.
I thought that
Because sometimes I put it aside and work on new RefToons because I like to get those out.
This catechism has to get done.
Yeah, I've hit the last straw. Oh boy. Yeah.
11:37. By the way.
Actually, I was wondering.
Sony, I think you asked earlier. Sony says 10 a.m. in India. I am learning digital art. The process of making my OCs. They are based on the fruit of the spirit.
Oh, cool.
I'll be submitting those for my portfolio if I get selected for a design uni. Not sure what that is.
University.
Probably.
So OC is
In
original characters.
Oh.
So just say she's doing this. Oh, digital art. Okay.
Yeah, making
So
my
you're
OCs.
creating your original characters based on fruits of the spirit.
Very cool.
That sounds cool. I like creating characters. It's fun.
What specifically about a character do you like? Do you like something more than?
Um,
Do you like the expression? Do you like the body language? What do you like to? What do you
I don't know,
focus on when you do a character?
I like to just come up with like a characters that that don't exist in the real world, but like that you can kind of create your own backstory for, and kind of create based on their backstory, create their look and like I don't know. You just think about how they got to where they are, and then why they look the way they look. I don't know. There's just a lot of things to think about when making a character, like with their gesture, their expression, their pose. Hey, Nate. Nate. Nate goes to our church.
I've heard that name before. Nate Keene.
Nate Keene.
What's up, Nate?
Nate, this is my brother-in-law, Ben.
Hello.
And then Stephanie and her sister are on the couch behind us.
Sour Punch candy straws. Sounds good. I'll have that.
That sounds good. Actually, I don't like sour.
I do.
That's gross.
Speaking of straws, what were we talking about straws? Were we talking about straws? What are you talking about, Nate?
We're talking about Willis.
Hiya.
Hiya!
Remember that Street Fighter? Thousand hand slap!
I
Hadouken!
was always Blanca.
Wasn't it the girl?
No, that was the green guy
Oh.
with the orange hair. The girl was Chun-Li,
Blanca was
and then there
the
was
green guy with orange hair.
Orange hair.
Super muscle guy.
Yeah, he was like a beast.
Oh, okay. Always, was it Ryu?
Ryu or Ken.
He had the white gi, right? Blonde haired guy.
Ken was blonde. Yeah.
You can. Paul said the last straw.
Oh, the last straw.
Oh,
That's
getting
right.
your teaches done. It was the last straw. You had to get them done.
That's right. The Facebook lag time is like 30 seconds.
Oh, gotcha.
Why is that not saying?
Would that change if I called the internet people?
No, it's Facebook.
It's the server, I think.
You'd have to call Mark Zuckerberg.
And tell him, hey, you got to upgrade your tech.
You've been zucked.
Sounds like something from Star Wars or Star Trek.
The Borg.
Yo, surfing. You see that picture?
No.
Oh,
Did you see the? I don't know if it was a Babylon Bee about Mark Zuckerberg finding his long lost father or something like that.
So,
It was Data from Star Trek.
this also is true.
All right.
Dunsky? It's all done.
Oh, nice. Nate's rewatching The Mandalorian. Did
Oh.
you watch all of that?
We did. Ready for October 30th, season
I'm ready.
2.
Oh my goodness.
Do it.
That was such a good show. Did you watch the Star Wars Gallery?
No.
The making of
Did
it?
we watch that? I don't think we did watch that. Is it on
There's like 9
Disney
episodes of it. It
On the
just
making?
talks about the making of The Mandalorian.
I know they had a different producer like every episode, didn't they?
Different director
Okay.
for each episode. But Jon Favreau is still like the main overall guy bringing everything
Is
together.
the what'd you call it? The what? The 9 episodes are what?
It was like, it's called Star Wars Gallery.
And that's on.
It's on Disney Plus.
I'll have to check that out.
Oh, it's so good.
They
Sure.
go through the artwork. Can't wait for season
Not just
2.
the artwork, but like each episode is something different. So one episode talks about the music, one episode talks about the cast, one about the directors, one about the story, and then there's one that talks about the way they filmed it. So like, they filmed it indoors, pretty much, but like they had like this whole screen surrounding them that was like a projection screen, and even the light, they had like the ceiling covered in lights, and those lights mimicked whatever lighting needed to be in that scene, so it looked exactly like they were outdoors
That's cool.
during the filming. And on the screens, it had all their like the surrounding images and everything.
Didn't they just? I think they just won a bunch of awards for each chapter. Like they called every episode with a different chapter.
Oh, okay.
I thought they won. Maybe they were just nominated, but I thought they won like 4 or 5 different episode won awards. What were the most recent awards?
The
the
Emmys. The
Yeah,
Emmys
Emmys
were just
was the
recently
daytime.
on, I think.
I think they won Emmys. Were nominated for Emmys. Specific episodes for different reasons.
I
Like
didn't
lighting,
see
sound.
who was nominated.
Which would make sense. So if I go back and look on those 9 episodes, I'm sure it goes into the detail of how they actually made it, produced it. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, we're looking forward to season 2.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite show ever right now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'd like to rewatch it again.
Emerson's gonna watch it with us.
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, Emerson's excited.
I think I'll rewatch it with Bailey and Donovan.
Yeah. Did Bailey like it or did she not watch it?
She watched the very last episode, I think.
Oh. Yeah. So she's like, oh, I've seen enough.
Yeah. No, she liked it. She likes Star Wars.
Yeah, they all like Star Wars a lot, but they've just never seen The Mandalorian, so we'll watch that with him this year. He's just now reading the Lord of the Rings books by himself, so
Nice. Yeah, Donovan did that.
he likes those.
I don't know if you finished the books or not.
Emerson goes through waves. Like he'll get motivated to read, and then he'll take a break. I mean, it's for a younger kid. It's kind of a harder book to go through, I guess.
Yeah.
The Lord of the Rings.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm about to start a new one, but
Apple.
I'm gonna stop. All right, so that's it. I finished one. and I have a gazillion more to do. So let's see, these are the ones that are finished up here. So I have
And you're going to compile all these at the very end in a book?
Yeah, well, this program, they're already compiled into a book format. It just needs to be sent to the printer once it's finished. But I'm sure there will be some editing that needs to be done because...
Jeremy Buolo joined.
Hello. Oh, yes. Check out the conference. Jeremy's going to be going through the Book of James.
Mm-hmm.
There's a plug. Got the link right there on in the comments for you. It's going to be going through the Book of James, talking about wisdom from James. It should be a good conference. You can sign up for free. It's the free live stream going on October. I don't have the dates in front of me.
3rd and 4th.
Third, it's either the 2nd, 3rd, or the 3rd and 4th. You'll have to check out the link. There's a reason to check the link to find the dates, and then sign up while you're there.
Indeed.
RefToons is sponsoring the event, and we're looking forward to that. So I'm going to call it a night. I have a bunch of catechism questions finished. I still have a bunch to go, and let's see. Check out more tunes at reftoons.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Parler, and YouTube. Have a wonderful night. Good night.
I had to say that because I knew he came on.